I had the privilege this week to sit down with Hana McKenna from the Mailroom, and for anybody that wasn't at the board meeting, Hana is celebrating 25 years there at Hemlock Farms, and we all appreciate Hana. She does a great job, and obviously with the Mailroom and all of the packages going there, they do a great job of getting those out. But we're going to start a series of videos where Hana's explaining the mailroom and the history of the mailroom and how things are operated there. So, but this week we started with her and I just having a discussion about some of the things going on at the mailroom. So let's go to that now. Hello, this is Sean Northey, Community Manager here at Hemlock Farms. I'm here at the Mailroom today with Hana McKenna, our United States Postal Contractor, and our favorite USPS employee.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate you spending some time with us today. If you've been paying attention to the board meetings and also our Planning and Land Use and Architecture Committee, they've been working on an expansion of the mailroom. Mailroom gets anywhere from 1,500 to what? 3,000 packages a day. And if you've ever, if you were to be able to come back in the back here, you'd see that there's just simply not enough space for it. So we are moving forward with this Sunday. The PLUNA committee will be making a recommendation to the board on the plans and the estimate that we have for the mailroom to go to the membership this summer at the annual meeting as a CIF project. So we're going to be doing videos. Hana's going to be doing quite a few videos here in the next few months just to give our members a background of the mailroom and why things are, they work the way they do here and how fortunate we are to have this mailroom within our community here. So I want to start though with some talk that has gone back and forth with the 911 addressing, the physical addressing, and where we are with that, because that has changed a little bit. But Hana, can you give us an explanation of where we are now and where we will be going for moving forward with the 911 addressing, and which is basically physical addressing?
Sure. I personally started this about 2003. When things were changing over, 2007, things formally in other communities were changing over to 911 addressing. But we started, Sean, the board, as well as my postmaster, Roy, and the district with 911. And we thought we were going to 911 addressing. We have 33 streets that are the same as within the 18428 other communities. So we were trying to figure out a way, well, how can we do this? So the first thing we do is we tried to get our own zip code. You were a big part of that through meetings, Postmaster District coming to Hemlock Farms meeting with Sean, and all of us going to the postmaster with 911 comm center burning. So the first thing we got turned down for the zip code because what my postmaster tried to do, who is a huge advocate for Hemlock Farms, tried to allow Hemlock to use our 18429 zip code only in Hemlock Farms exclusively, which it all sounded great to us.
Yes.
Until it wasn't. We found out that it was designated to Blooming Grove, and the way that the Postal Service works, there was a crossover. It was not functional as far as distribution and processing plants, and we basically got turned down for the zip code.
Correct.
Okay, so we figured, okay, what are we going to do? So Roy, my postmaster, had come up with, all right, what are we going to do to let these members keep their streets and designate that the mail and the packages would be going to Hemlock that would concur with FedEx and UPS as well as the USPS system. So he devised a plan. We were going to put a 1 in front of everybody's, digital address in front of their street. Everything was going great. Numerous meetings, over a year. We were down to the wire. We met with 911 comm center, Bernie Swartzwood, and everything was a go. It was a go, until 1 hour before the strategic planning meeting that I had to make that phone call to Sean with Roy to say, no, we're not doing 911 addressing. And the reason being is because our tax maps crossed over so perfectly the way they are right now that it would be an ordeal for 911 comm center to do all this the way that we were plotted out back when we originally started. It was so perfectly executed. And back when Mike Sibio was here, he knew what he was doing. He knew that this was just never ever going to work in any way. So unfortunately, I felt that after all this work, I had egg on my face. I kind of felt like I let down everybody because what I thought was the truth and we were going, and I'm sure you felt the same way. It was a big disappointment, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I thought it would make things, in my mind, simpler and easier for the members, but unfortunately we can't, but we tried it, and we'll live with what we have now, with the 4-line address.
Yeah. And then in the series that I'm going to be participating with our communication department, I'm going to go in a little more depth, and I'm going to talk about, well, how did we get here, and why we have the addressing the way it is, and what's going on in the Postal Service, and the whole zip code fiasco, and how our uniqueness is absolutely, to me, wonderful. Okay, there is no other place in the entire United States that has what we have, where you have a highway transportation contractor delivering mail to a centralized location in a private community that's gated. I think that's pretty unique. I'm proud of that.
It's special, yeah, and it does make Hemlock Farms unique, yeah.
Yeah, it does. So we, as a team, through transparency, honesty, and communication, really need to work together to allow a more full-time community to give our members what we need. We need to bend, we have to give them within our limits and with our boundaries of working with so many things. We need to make it easier and more functional for them. So that's where we are right now, and hopefully we have a bunch of changes that we've talked about, and we're going to bring it to life.
And some of those changes I brought up at the board meeting this past Saturday, but let's talk about those, Hana. What changes are coming on April 1st here to Mailroom?
Well, we got again together with my postmaster, and we had a really bad problem that we, you would think that we're a bunch of lunatics. Oh, the window is this hours, this windows. Technically, there are no window hours that are allotted for this mailroom. That everybody needs to go to Hawley, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. As a member myself, I don't want to drive 37 miles to go get something that someone might consider junk, okay? So anyway, what we're going to do is, working with my postmaster, we've got the trucks regulated in the morning that are distributing to the Hawley Hub. He's streamlining everything. Once again, he's helping out to do whatever it is on his part, and we've talked about this. And he's trying to get me out, and he has been, to meet my dispatch time. So the members most like the 11:30 to 1:30 slot. So that's what we're bringing back starting April 1st. And this way, most people make their dates. Let's go play pickleball at noon. Let's go meet at noon for lunch. That's my lunch hour. Let's go have cocktails somewhere at noon, which is a great idea for everybody. So we're going to do that. But no matter how much we elongate the hours or change the hours, it's never going to fit the cookie cutter black and white mold that suits our community. So you know what? Let's give them another night. Let's give them Tuesday and Thursday nights, 5 to 6, starting April 1st, okay? And then during the holidays, let's elongate one of those hours to like 7, when we get that crazy November, December crazy rush.
A ton of packages.
Yeah, and where we can't move, but we will be able to move hopefully because the mail passed this. Let's give them more time, because I think they need the time at night. Now, is my boss happy with this? No. So he's let me fly off the seat of my pants, let me do whatever it is that I need to do. But I think that this is the way to go. So let's try this.
Good.
What are you thinking about that?
I think it's great, and I think giving more to the members I think is wonderful. Giving them the hours during the day that they prefer, but then that second night I think is going to be great. And I think
it's
really
going to help.
Appreciate that, yes.
Yeah, I truly do. So, well, we'll see where it goes from there.
Okay, well, this is again the first of many of Hana explaining the mailroom, and again, this is the priority project for the board to bring an expansion of the mailroom to you, the members, so we can use that CIF fund. And that's just money that is in a fund that is paid with transfers of property. So, but the membership does need to vote on that. So we'll start to put articles out, videos out, to educate the membership about this project, why we want this project, and the benefit to you, the members, for this project. So thank you very much, Hana. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
No, I just want to say that with everything that's being updated, there are updates every single day. People need to listen, because we really do know what we're doing. So machines are changing, they're getting more intense and stuff like that. When we're telling you to address, we realize it's not the members' fault most of the time with their addressing problems. So please, bring your problems to us. Charlie, myself, my staff, let us help you. Let us help you get your parcels. And the last, I'd like to close and thank you, because what I love best about this job is the communication between the United States Postal Service, my boss especially, Roy, yourself, that you go to our facility, we come to your facilities, and there's honesty, transparency, and the communication is fantastic, because when I first started working here 25 years, that didn't exist. And that's what I think is making all of this work for our situation. So thank you.
Good.
I appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
Everybody have a great weekend, and thanks for joining us here from the Hemlock Farms Mailroom.
You got it. Thank you.